can tell how much a woman loves herself by the partner that she chooses.
I would change it to you can tell how much a woman's parents loved her based on the partner she chooses.
My people, I'm back with another interesting video. It is your favorite girl again, Maria Davis, and yeah, welcome back again. So now there's this video that I do see on my For You page, and this lady asks that you can tell how much you love yourself by the kind of partner you choose, or people can tell how much you really love yourself by looking at your partner. But then someone came and said, let us switch this up. What about we can tell how much your parent loves you by the kind of partner you choose? So, and this is trying to make sense, like, okay, the kind of love that your parents show to you will determine the kind of love you accept from a stranger, which is another man that you're going to marry or you're being in a relationship with. So now I have a lady that is sharing a story how she was in a relationship based on how her parents loved her. And she thought it was normal. She thought it was the right thing. And she stood in the relationship regardless. Let me roll the clip for you all to watch to the end. And I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
That's it, 100%. That's what it is. My issue was not that I didn't love myself. I did love myself. What I realized after I left my abusive, narcissistic ex was that although I loved myself, although I liked myself, I didn't believe that other people did or would, right? After I left him, I went deep into trying to understand the root of why I ever thought that he had really loved me. Because on reflection, it was just so obviously not love. And what I realized though, was that it was the love that I had received from my parents growing up. That was actually the love I knew. Or that was what I was told love was. And so when I was in that situation with him, because he was telling me he loved me, even though he was doing and saying these horrible things to me, financially abusing me, emotionally, mentally abusing me, manipulating me, coercing me, I believed that that was love. Because that is exactly how my parents had loved me. Yeah. There were so many times in the relationship where he would say something to me about myself, like something that he thought about me, that I didn't think was true. Like I knew it wasn't true about me, right? I knew it wasn't true. Either like I didn't believe it personally, you know, like he, towards the end of the relationship, would often tell me that he wasn't attracted to me. And I would say to him, like, just because you're not attracted to me doesn't mean I'm not attractive, right? That's my own personal opinion. I know there are probably many people that don't think I'm attractive, but I also knew that there were lots of people that did find me attractive, right? But even say something like objectively untrue, right? Like he would call me selfish, when literally all I would do during that relationship was for him. I was sickeningly selfless in that relationship. So that was just an objective untruth. You know what I mean? That was just objectively false. But because when I was growing up, I had to prove to my parents that I wasn't all of these things that they would tell me I was. I thought that in love, it was my job to prove to someone that I wasn't what they thought I was. Like, maybe if I say it like this, or maybe if I do things like this or that or whatever, maybe then they'll see who I really am, right? And that's why love bombing works for people that have experienced a childhood like I did, or being raised with people like I was raised. And my parents were still good people, and like they did still care for me. This is why it's so fucked up, right? Because so many of us don't even recognize that what we went through in childhood was actually neglect and abuse, right? And so love bombing is so perfect for trapping people like us. Because when we are love bombed, what we're thinking is, oh my God, finally someone sees me and loves me for who I am, right? That's what you're thinking. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, oh my God, I'm so unworthy of this love from this person. I was thinking, oh my God, finally somebody sees me and loves me for who I am, for my truth. They see me. And that's also why it's so destroying when they pull that away from you. Because then you go back into the old patterns of your childhood where you really believe that you have done something for them to now withhold their love and to take it back again. Because if they felt that way for you at first, and now suddenly they don't, it must have been something that you did to start changing their view of who you are. And so then you're scrambling to try and show them again, like, no, remember, like, this is who I am. This is who you saw at the beginning. And you're always hoping that they'll go back to the way they had first seen you. Only to realize that that was all a lie and a manipulation to reel you in, to trap you. Because these people are master manipulators. And it is victim shaming to say that you can tell how much a woman loves herself by what she tolerates with the man she's with. Someone said something to me after I broke up with my ex and I started revealing a lot of the stuff that he had done and said to me that gave me like this horrible feeling. And she said to me, I'm sorry that you ever felt like you deserved to be treated like that. And I just didn't reply to the message because I'm not even really close to her. So I just didn't want to get into it. But that was never what it was. I knew that I didn't deserve to be treated the way my ex was treating me. But I thought that it was my job to show him that he shouldn't treat me like that. That's what we have to learn. Not love for ourselves. We have to learn that even if no one else sees who we really are, we are who we are and we love who we are, regardless of whether anyone else does or not.
So, if you agree with what she's saying or you can relate to what she's saying, kindly let us have conversation in the comment section respectfully. I personally feel like what she's saying makes sense, and I feel like, yes, if you have an abusive parent, if you were raised in an abusive home, it plays a major role in your adult life. It plays a major role in the kind of relationship you have with others. It also plays a major role in the way you love or in the way you have your friendship or something, or what you look for in a partner. Sometimes it might be something you're missing you missed while you were raising you in your home, and now you're alone, you want to have somebody and you start looking for that kind of thing. Sometimes it might be physical attention, but because you didn't get it then when you were with your parent, they were not giving you that affection that you needed. But that's one thing you always look for in your partner. I personally feel like, yes, this plays a major role, and sometimes you would not even know that the way your abusive parents raised you will damage you in the future, or is even damaging you right now. That is why sometimes you need to heal. You need to really heal and sit down and try to know yourself very well and be like, okay, where is this problem coming from? If you're true to yourself and you try to sit down and analyze everything, the plus or minus, then you will understand where some problems are coming from, and then you can heal from your trauma. And I feel like this is one of the reasons whereby when adult children get to a particular stage in life, they try to decenter their parents. They just, they even go no contact with them. There's a time I made a video of adult children going no contact with their parents, and I got a lot of comments on people that are saying, I've not spoken to my parents for the past 30 something years, 45. People are like, the thing is, and most of the time, the thing is not even them reflecting on the bad things you do, is even now they are still trying to make things work, but those adult parents, they don't see the wrong in what they did. To them, they feel like they trained you well and that is why you are like that. But then most of the time it is not like that. You make them make the wrong decision, the wrong choices. And when these adult children know that, okay, this is the reason why I made these wrong choices, they try to hate their parents, and that is why most of them, they just go no contact, because there's no point. When you see how abusive your parents are and you feel like you have, most of us in Africa, for me, I feel like most of us in Africa, especially where I'm from, we were raised with narcissist parents. There's a time I did a video and we were talking about narcissist parents, a lot of African people were like, it's normal. The way they treat us is normal. It's normal. Most of our parents were abusive. They were narcissists. They don't even compliment you. They make you feel like you're not good enough. They even make you feel like they compare you with a lot of people. They don't even try to acknowledge. It's now that things are changing and the new parents now are trying to see that, okay, these things that my parents were doing to me when I was growing up was really messed up with me in my adulthood. I don't want to do that to my children, and that's why the things are changing. But then that time it was a normal thing, and that's why when you sit down and ask so many, I can speak about other places, but so many African people, and ask them, you will see that most of us, our parents were treating us almost the same way. If that makes sense. You can agree with me, let me know that in the comment section. But then, let us continue having conversation in the comment section about this particular topic. Do you think the way your parents have raised you, the kind of love they use in raising you, determine the kind of love you eventually choose when you grow up? Let me know that in the comment section. And thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And kindly turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified as soon as I upload another interesting video like this one. And of course, I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.